quick comment. I was watching pretty much all day about, uh, the Georgia runoff, and in a way, I'm not surprised it went the way it did, um, because, Democrat, um, they're hungry for power, and they're going to do everything to make sure that they get it. Um, a quick comment. Okay, so I was watching it all day. Now I just watched at the 5 o'clock hour about the storming in after the rally, of everybody going to the Capitol building, and then the protesters storming the Capitol building, and with the violent behavior. Now, what is my comment and all of that? Where Trump supporters are normally nonviolent, and our continual message that we're not violent, and now we have some violence. Well, then I'm sure the Democrats will point fingers, say, ah ha ha, yeah, now we got you. You're violent. Look what you did at the Capitol building. Well, for those people, they seem to have forgotten Charlottesville. And who was in Charlottesville? The neo-Nazis and all the alt-right. The ones with baseball bats and all the violence that came after Charlottesville. Well, they laid low for a long time. And I think they counted on everybody just forgetting about them. Saying, yeah, they're gone, they disappeared, will never, because everybody is a white supremacist. But you see, on the left, they painted everybody on the right-hand side as white supremacists. So the actual group that was violent in Charlottesville, they sat back and put up their feet and say, ha, look at that. And now we will strike again when they least expect it, because now all the Trump supporters are identified as white supremacists and neo-Nazis and so forth, and the violence that happened in Charlottesville. And then, of course, the actual true Trump supporters, the patriots, were nonviolent. And we sent that message for 4 years, especially when Jim Acosta, felt threatened by the Trump supporters. CNN sucks. And then, I'm fearing for my life, he says, because they're shouting, CNN sucks. Okay, so, but nothing ever happens. And that's why everybody else is prepared. Or DC was prepared for the Black Lives Matter, and for these, and for that, because they know they're violent. They've shown evidence that they're violent. So that's why DC was ready for them. But when it came to today with Trump, they didn't feel the need for that, because they fell into that, I guess you could say, safety and thought that, nothing's going to happen. We don't need to worry about Republicans and the Trump supporters, because there are a lot of, these are fun people, they're nonviolent, and they're conservatives and rationalists, blah, blah, blah. So, they say, well, we don't need the police. They'll be fine. Well, it turns out that as they headed towards the Capitol to protest, now, in Charlottesville, you had actual protesters who had a permit. And these folks attending Trump's rally had a permit. But under cover of the Trump supporters, I believe in my mind and my heart, are the Charlottesville neo-Nazis and white supremacists finally coming back out. And it's not the Trump supporters, the conservatives, the non-violent people who stormed the Capitol. It is the white supremacists from Charlottesville who stormed the Capitol. That's what I believe. And that is my quick comment.